Welcome back to Phoenix News.
Hi, I'm Dennis Figueroa.
And I'm Olivia LaRue. In this Phoenix News, we're going to talk about block scheduling, mental health, and a class called CCR.
Don't forget about Phoenix Fest and one very influential medical teacher.
Right, let's get started.
Block scheduling is a new concept to many schools across Springdale, but we are quite used to it here.
I've had block scheduling for my entire high school education, and I'm curious to hear what others have to say about it.
Hi, I'm Daniel White, a student reporter for Springdale Public Schools, and I'm here to find the truth behind block scheduling. With this new system adapted across the board in all Springdale Public Schools, many questions are to be raised about what will happen to students and teachers. Come with me to answer all of this and more. How do you feel that block scheduling will change your students' education?
One of the common themes that I heard, especially when I spoke to students who had been under a block schedule before, they felt like they could actually go deep in their learning. I mean, under a traditional 47-minute class time, it just felt like you sat down, you got started, and then you had to leave again. You know, but when you transition to an almost 90-minute block, I mean, think about science, for example, of how much more you could do in a science lab, or if you're in a construction lab, how much more you can do. Plus, you know, under block, right now we just have 4 periods a day instead of this traditional 7-period day. So again, you could really focus your time and your attention on just a few classes instead of 7, as we had before.
Oh, block scheduling has been such a controversial topic this year, but I feel like it has been pretty beneficial. The pros are that we just have more time to complete projects.
Almost unanimously at HAR-BER High School, students and teachers found block scheduling to be a significant improvement over their previous system. But let's take a look around town towards the students and staff at Springdale High School. How do you feel about block scheduling, and how do you think it will change your students' education?
Yeah, I really like the block schedule that we've gone to, and I feel like the students, that's a positive change for the students, giving more flexibility to them as far as more credits, and gives them the opportunity to get out into an apprenticeship, internship, work, just gives them flexibility in their day as well.
What would you say are the pros and cons of block scheduling in high school?
Sure. The pros, 8 periods or 8 classes, so you have the opportunity to get more electives. I also think only having 4 classes in a day, where before maybe you would have 7 classes in a day where you got homework for, let's say, 5. Well, if you only have 4 classes in a day, you may not have homework at all because you have an 80-minute period.
Springdale High School had mixed feelings about block scheduling. Let's take a look at a school that's been using it for a while and see what they have to say.
Having block schedule, I think it's the time, it's longer. It helps because they have longer to process, to experience, to work with it, than if they only had like 45 minutes. So I think that's the greatest benefit I see. There's pros and cons. Non-block scheduling, you see the kids every single day. Even though it's a shorter amount of time, you see them every day, so they don't forget what you've taught them the day before as easily as they forget 2 days ago.
I can interact with my teachers more. It's not just like, hey, here's your assignment. I'm gonna stay up here and you're just gonna do the work for like 30 minutes. It also helps me because I don't have much downtime at home. It also helps me with just being able to get help if I need to with my schoolwork.
The students really being able to have those teachers for 90 minutes and ask questions, really being able to process the material that they've been exposed to, if it's new material, and then asking those questions and being able to have the support with their teachers. Also, the group aspect. At Don Tyson, we love to have group collaboration, and so having them be able to ask questions in the group and really focus in on what they're learning gives them that time and the flexibility to do that. The con, yes, definitely not seeing your teacher, maybe for a day and a half or 2 days in between, and then we throw in weather, you know, you're stretching that out, but I do think that the pros outweigh the cons.
SOI offered valuable insight to the long-term effects of block scheduling, and it seems to have been a positive change for students and teachers.
If we didn't have block scheduling, I think we would all be more stressed.
I agree. But it's a good thing we have many resources for mental health here at school to deal with struggles students may have.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Isn't there a prime time led by Kinley Wallace, Daisy Lopez, and Dara Cuenca?
Yeah, they started a prime time to give students a safe place to discuss mental health. Let's check it out.
What questions you guys got?
Kinley was the one who first came to me and said, hey, I have an idea. I was like, let's do it, that's awesome. But then Daisy and Dara came to me too, and I said, all right, let's see, like what do we see? What's the vision? How do we make it happen? And I made it clear that I'm here to help in every possible way I can. I have ideas, but I wanted it to be their plan, their ideas, their vision. I just wanted to help make it come to life.
I chose to start this prime time because I found it was important to kind of share your own experiences with students, and I felt that it was important not only to hear from teachers and counselors in the mental health aspect, but students, because I felt like this was something that was lacking in our school.
Fight feeling is like, I've got to do something about it. I got to do something. That's our intrusive thought. The flight is like, whoosh.
Gotta get away.
Gotta get away. The freeze is like, I've now fought for so long that I'm just gonna put up with it because I'm tired.
When Kinley asked me to do it, it was surprising because it was kind of unheard of here. Like, you don't really talk about mental health when it comes to students or like in anything, because it's always like a touchy topic. So when she did it, I was like, well, we have to make sure, you know, admin gets it and counselors. So once we got Ms. Kreisel and Ms. Skelton and Ms. Simcoe on our side, we knew that this program would work, and we were really happy about that because we knew that it was going to help students.
The reason I started participating in this prime time was because Kinley Wallace actually came up to me and told me that she had this idea about like starting a program about like mental health and how it was so important to her. And to me, mental health had always been a big topic, but like in the wrong way for me. Like mental health wasn't something I spoke about in my household. Mental health wasn't like a priority. And then I kind of started surrounding myself with people who saw mental health as a priority. And one of those people was Kinley. So when she told me she wanted to start this, I was 100% in for it.
At the end of the day, my hope is that everyone is able to connect more and that we can just continue to build just a safe space for students to feel like they can talk about their struggles and their mental health, and also have a space where they can be educated on mental health.
I say every time we have this, it fills my soul to be a part of it, because just to see where mental health has come from when I was in high school to now watching students get to experience in a completely new way that I never got. So just to be a part of it and watch students interact with each other, bring light to mental health in a safe space where they feel they can discuss it. It can be an outlet for them. And even when we have a speaker like we did the last meeting, where we didn't talk as much, but we got to listen to insight from professionals, it's just an exposure that I think is so valuable to be able to have in a school setting.
So when people are telling you just get over it, it's like walking on top of the hedge and falling through. It's not that easy.
With all the stress from testing, I'm sure students across SOI will use these services.
Luckily for us, We got time after the testing was over to wind down. It's called Phoenix Fest, and it was a blast.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go!
That looked like a lot of fun.
It really did. But you were gone for all that. Where were you?
Oh, well, I went down with a bunch of students for a film competition known in Little Rock. It's called ASPA, and we placed in many categories.
Well, I love the energy when you guys are winning awards.
On a one-man mission trying to see it through, yeah. I got the password, yeah. I finally got the password. Added up the numbers, now the math works. I got the way to
I like how all the different schools are here and how you just can meet other people and hear more about their newspaper and just get different ideas for yours.
And it feels so good to shine, don't get a light. I'm living my best life, living my best.
There's no other organization, I don't think, in the state that is as small but fierce.
Well, I'm really excited that we get to be a bunch of students coming together, learning about journalism, learning about film, and really test each other. That's what I'm really excited to see today.
Glass half full like every day. No more working at old ballet. I had to rock the boat so I could ride the wave, yeah. I got the password.
ASPA will be a good opportunity for us to kind of get to know people, that are similar to us, enjoy the same kind of things, possibly, meet some people that we could contact in the future for certain opportunities it might open.
Little Rock, the nexus of the natural state, thriving with the beauty of human craft in many forms, they can be embodied in a long-standing pillar of hope in the streets of downtown, known as Christ Episcopal Church.
We are the oldest Episcopal congregation in the Diocese of Arkansas. Christ Church has a passion for the arts, both visual art and music in particular, and theater, I should say that too. So we have an art show that changes quarterly, so we showcase 4 to 8 artists each year and have a reception when the art show opens, and we think of it as one of our outreaches to the community as a way of being a good neighbor to downtown Little Rock.
It's a great adventure for artists, because I know there's a lot of artists that's brought stuff in here that's sold very well for them. I know this was a beautiful section that came in right at Easter, and it really fit in because it was all flowers, so that was really awesome.
I would also say that Christ Church is a pretty special place, and it has formed me along the way too. I've been here for 17 years. I feel like I'm a better Christian, a better person because of my time here at Christ Church. It's a very loving community, very outward focused. We like to be a good neighbor. We're passionate about downtown. We're passionate about all kinds of issues in our community. And so that's been inspiring to me personally, as well as spiritually.
It's a great adventure for all of us to, you like to see what different people have talent in. It's brought a lot for us. It really has. Like I said, you get to meet different artists that's done amazing work, and the talents they have, it's pretty awesome.
What's up, guys? Back in history class, doing nothing, like always.
How many times do I have to ask you to put that camera away? Daniel, where's your homework?
In a world where homework reigns supreme, one ginger will embark on his second hardest journey yet.
Be careful of the unknown.
Through dark and light. He'll stop at nothing, and I mean nothing. To find his homework, he must venture into the unknown.
Wait, what is that? That was great. I'm super proud of everyone that attended.
In addition to showing off the hard work of our students, we would like to show appreciation to one teacher. The teacher we featured is a great role model for students that works above and beyond to educate their students. Take a look with us at the final influential teacher of this school year.
My name is Mrs. White, W-H-I-T-E, and I teach medical sciences here at DTSOI. The classes that I teach are Anatomy and Physiology, Foundations of Healthcare, and Medical Detectives, which is a 7th grade entry-level class. I became a science teacher because I had a really good science teacher, and I loved the things that she was teaching me. I really got intrigued with it when we did our dissections, first and foremost, and then there was something about the body when we were learning about it. She was my biology teacher, so learning about the body was very interesting.
What I like about Ms. White is she's so patient, she's amazing, she treats everyone the same and with respect, and she doesn't only give us assignments that are just what are needed for the class, she gives us fun assignments too.
One thing I really like about Ms. White is that she's really passionate about helping students get into the medical field and learn new things.
What made me go towards the medical field is seeing how doctors are able to help others in need, and I felt that I wanted to do the same because whenever I see someone that is struggling or that is sick, I always like to help them, and I like to see the smiles on their faces and stuff. It just makes me proud and stuff that I was able to do something.
Perfect information as best as we can get it.
HOSA is the Health Occupation Students Association, which is a student-led organization here for all of the healthcare professionals or students who are interested in healthcare professionals. And it doesn't just end at high school, it's actually a lifelong organization for anybody who pursues medical careers.
Thanks, Mrs. White, for elevating your students every day.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Phoenix News. Back to you.
Wait. Before we end this, I want to show some appreciation for the students and teachers that make this show possible. Thank you, Mr. Pasquinza and Mr. Feltner, for not only teaching us how to make these shows, but also for driving us to do our very best without you. This show would not be possible.
And don't forget the class of 2024. Seniors, we will miss you. Wherever you go, remember that you helped build this program up from nothing.
Okay, now we can end the show.
This has been Phoenix News.
Signing off.